Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. Just a quick morning inspiration to get the day started. Just something to, you know, prepare your minds for the day, get you ready for what God has in store. This morning, the inspiration was God has an ultimate plan. He has already set up the path for you to take. But along the path, there's going to be some delays, there's going to be some roadblocks. But that's not to distract you or to stop you. Stay on the path, for what God has for you is for you. He'll bring you to, if he brought you to it, he can surely bring you through it. So don't be dismayed. The delay was to protect you and prepare you. So it may take a little longer. Just keep going, for greater is ahead. Be blessed. So, on the road to better, on the road to receiving God's gifts, for receiving greater, there's going to be some things that's going to come up to delay you, to stop you, to even just to deter you from getting to what God has in store for you. But one thing that I need you to understand, realize and understand, that anything that God has for you is for you. So many times we as people, we get discouraged because things don't go as planned, or things don't go the way we see it, or the way we have planned it out or worked it out, or the way we see it in our minds. But God is saying, don't worry about it, for I will get you there. God sits high, he looks down low. And when he looks down, he has already mapped out the plan. But the enemy is coming to deter you, to stop you, to destroy you, to cause you to quit. But God's saying, don't give up, for greater is he that is within you than he is of the world. Well, the question was asked, well, how do you know that the enemy is the one that's just tearing you or putting up the roadblocks? Because in Job, it lets us know that even the enemy went to God, and when God was having a meeting with the angels, the enemy came, and God said, well, what was you doing? He said, I was going to and fro looking to see who I can devour, which lets us know that God. And then God said, well, have you tried my servant Job? I'm going to paraphrase, because y'all know I don't like to be up here long. And so within that, he was like, well, I did, but you got this head of protection around him that, I can't get to him. Which lets us know that sometimes God has to allow the enemy to get in for him to get us to that blessing. God has to allow the enemy to trip us up, or to try to slow us down, to get us to what he has in store for us. And when we remember that God has an ultimate plan, God is getting us to where he wants us to be, we have to take time out to realize that whatever God has for us is going to be for us. So we've been praying for some things, you've been looking and fasting, you've been asking God to give you something, or you've been asking God to work something out for you, and you seem like it's just not happening. It's not coming when you thought it was going to happen, or it's not going the way you expected to go. You see people getting to places before you, and you're like, well, God, you said that this was going to be for me, but somebody else got it. What's going on? God is just saying, don't worry about it, because I got something for you. But in order for you to get there, I got to prepare you for it. Just like with the Apostle Paul, he knew where he had to get to, but if he didn't get there the way he was supposed to get there, he went there in chains and bondage. And when he was on the ship, and the ship began to go through the storm, he said, the centurion was like, well, I guess we're not going to make it. But Paul said, listen, we're going to make it, because God said we're going to make it. And when God says we're going to make it, we're going to make it. And when you start to realize and trust in what God has in store for you, you begin to see how everything begins to work out for your good. A songwriter said, you may not see it, but it's working out for you. You may not understand the process, you may not understand the things that you're going through, but God got it all worked out. All you got to do is continue to trust in what God is doing, follow the path that God has for you and watch how he work things out in your favor. So you may not understand why you're going through the storms, why you're going through the trials, why you're going through delay. That's just to prepare you for what God has in store for you. Not every day is going to be a great day. There's going to be some days where you got to sit back and wait for God to say, you know what, take your time. You have to go through some storms. You got to be prepared for what God has in store for you. And also, while you're being prepared, what God has in store for you, he's preparing it for you. So if you follow the process and you wait on God, you will begin to see how things turn around, how things begin to work out, and just trust the process. Like I said, God is the ultimate GPS. He's sitting high, he's looking down low, and he knows which ways you have to go. And he's showing you the right path. But along the path, there's going to be some things that's going to come up to deter you or trip you up. And with those things, you got to stay strong and say, you know what? All right, I got to hit this detour, so I got to go around this way. I hit this stop, so I got to go this way. This stumbling block is here, so I got to wait and then go this way. And that's just God saying, listen, I got you already covered. And what I have for you is greater than what you can see. What I have for you is greater than what you can imagine. All you got to do is just trust me. Go through the delays, go through the roadblocks, go through the issues, and watch how God prepares you to get to what he has in store for you. God never said that the road was going to be easy. And that's where a lot of us get it wrong. We think that just because we got saved, that everything's going to be great, everything's going to be so easy, everything's going to be so pleasant. It's going to get to a point where we can just say, oh, I'm good. But no, God, you got saved so God can get you to what he has in store for you. And it's going to be sometimes, yes, you're going to get discouraged. Yes, you're going to get frustrated. Yes, you're going to want to give up. But don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Keep fighting, for what God has for you is greater than what the world can ever give to you. Yeah, you may see your friends elevate. You may see your friends get to where they want to get, where they've been planning on. But you don't know what they went through to get to it. They had their roadblocks. They had their delays. They had their stumbling blocks. But what God is doing for you and what God is preparing you for is greater than what you can ever imagine. What God is doing and how God is turning things in your favor, all you got to do is just wait on him. Wait and be of good courage, and he shall direct your path. I'm one, I can say that I've messed up. I haven't been perfect. I'm still working on my patience. I'm still working on being able to wait and listen, because there's sometimes, I'm human. I want to run. I want to get to the finish line. But scripture says the race isn't given to the swift, neither to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. And we have to learn how to endure and follow the path. And when you stay on path, God is going to fix you. God is going to build you. God is going to bring you to where you need to be. So there's so many times that when you get frustrated on this life, or you want to just throw in a towel, just trust in the process. Trust in what God has in store for you. Trust in what God is going to do. Because when God shows you favor, when God has favor on your life, he will bring you to it. So no matter what it looks like, no matter how it may seem, God already has it planned. And when he has it planned, he has to prepare you for it. And with him preparing you for it, guess what? You're going to have to hit some roadblocks. You're going to have to hit some stumbling blocks. You're going to have to hit some things that's going to block you or deter you, because that's him preparing you for what he has for you. And also what he has for you, he's preparing it for you. So when you join the joins together, it's something that's going to be something that can't be unbroken. So yeah, there's going to be some times when you ready to just give up, throw in a towel, and say, you know what, I can't do this no more. I don't want to do this. I see so many other people doing this and doing that, and it's so much easier. I might as well just go that route. But even on that route, you're going to run into some stumbling blocks. You're going to run into some issues. You're going to run into some storms and trials, because God is not going to make it easy for you. Because if he makes it easy for you, then you're going to have the mindset to say that, oh, I did this on my own. But no, you didn't do it on your own. You did it because of God. You did it on God's grace. You did it on his mercy. You did it because he sent his son to die for us. And since he came to die for us, all we got to do is continue to follow what he has in store for us. And trust me, it's not always easy. I'm wanting to say it's not always easy. Working ministry regardless of what it is, it's not always easy. There's going to be mad. There's going to be a lot of storms. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to hate against you. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to turn their backs on you. And then I had to find out that not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is meant to go where you're going. And when God puts you in a position to get to where what he has in store for you, to get you to a place of elevation, there's going to be some people that's not going to like it. There's going to be some people that's not going to like to see you get to where you got to go. There's going to be some people that's going to falsely accuse you because of the simple fact what they see in you. What God sees in you and what other people see in you are different. God sees greatness. There's people that may see the greatness, but don't want you to get to the greatness. So they're going to do all that they can to scandalize your name. They're going to do all they can to destroy you. They're going to do all they can to stop you. They're going to do all they can to make you look bad. But greater is he that is in me than that he is that is of the world. And so when I say sometimes you got to hit them stumbling blocks, you got to hit them. It's going to be like a brick wall. It's just going to be right there. You're going to be going straight. You're going to be hitting a steady steam. You're going to be hitting that fast. But as soon as you get to that block, it's going to stop you. But don't let it deter you. Don't let it knock you out. Just keep going. For what God has for you is for you. So I'm saying this, and I'm going to close because y'all know I don't like to be on long. Just follow the path that God has in store for you. It may not be easy. It may not be something that you think you want to go through, but keep following it, because what God has for you is greater than what the whole world has against you. So stand on God's word, trust and believe, follow the path, for grace and mercy is going to follow you all the days of your life. Be blessed. Have an amazing day. Know I love you, and as my dad would say, live life on purpose with a passion, and be blessed. Love you all.